Hello and welcome to this week on Drinking with Dave. So this week I am drinking, by popular vote, Bamberger Kaiserdom, which is this. It came in the 1 litre can. It is a German premium lager. It is, 4.5% by volume. The contents of this can is 1,000 milliliters or 34 US fluid ounces. So this is a big can of beer. And as per usual, every Christmas I break out my German beer glass, my 1 litre stein. I break this out every Christmas, the days running up to Christmas, and on Christmas Day I fill this with 1 litre of ale for my Christmas dinner. So good to see my big glass again. So we'll get right into the review, and I will also talk about a couple of things about what we're doing next year. Now, first off, the head formation wasn't great on this one. That is probably almost entirely due to the pour, but very yellow color. It's not pale yellow, it's just quite a bright yellow, going a little orangey, paler when held up to light. For the smell test, I poured off a little bit and put it in this glass, because trying to do a smell test, trying to do this with that glass would be quite difficult. So we'll just smell it from this one here. Very nice smell. Try to pin down what that is. Seems pretty grainy. It has a grainy smell, an earthy kind of smell, maybe a little plantiness. Yeah, definitely a plant kind of smell. It's not a wood smell, it's a, not vegetable, but a leafy kind of, edible leaf smell. Yeah. It also smells a little boozy. Which, it's only 4.5%, it's not that boozy, but it smells a little boozy. It smells good. Anyway, move on to the taste test. Very nice hops in this. Now, usually when I do these episodes, I've tasted one of these beforehand, but this is my first time tasting the Kaiserdom, so it's as new to, probably as new to you as it is to me, but I'm enjoying it so far. Yeah, that earthy taste kind of carries through. It does retain the booziness though, it's a little boozy. I just think maybe the other flavors are so light that the booziness shines through, or the alcohol shines through. So that may be that. It tastes like a much better version of the Lek. And if anybody saw the Lek review, which you may have, it's on the previous Drinkin with Dave, I was very unkind to the Lek because it wasn't very good. But this seems to be a much better version of the Lek. It has that similar hop, that Polish kind of hop, or that Polish beer hop. It is a similar hop, it verges towards that. It's kind of far away from your regular lager hops like a Heineken. It doesn't taste like that. It tastes more, this beer tastes kind of sour. Kind of sour, yeah. It is very well hopped. There's a nice hop palette going on here. Initially, the aftertaste is sour. So initially, it's a more lagery hop, and then you move on to the sourness, which is quite nice, I suppose. I was looking forward to doing this one. I'm glad it got voted in, but I was looking forward to doing this one for Christmas because it gave me an excuse to break out this big glass. You see the head formation on it there. It forms up quite quickly, but it also dissipates quite quickly, so that may be a function of just the massive surface area on this, because the other one with the smaller surface area seems to hold a head a little better. Lots of big bubbles in this. It's quite enjoyable, this beer. And it is nice to get one that is the size of the stein, so you don't have to break out 2 cans, which is nice. Not a whole lot of information on the can. 17, 18 when I first started making this. So yeah, it's definitely an interesting beer with the sour aftertaste. It is enjoyable, I think, the sour aftertaste. And it's just kind of fun to have a can that's a liter. Initially it tastes a lot like Harp, if anybody has had Harp. It's quite like that, but instead of having that dry, woody aftertaste that Harp has, this has a soury aftertaste, which is enjoyable. So to take you into what we're doing next year on this channel, we have a couple of ideas that we're going to do. So first off, we're kind of running out of things to do on the Guinness Guys. There's only so much beer that we can get to do the Guinness Guys with. We're going to redo a couple of the episodes because we found Blue Moon, and we're going to redo the Black Velvet with extra stout instead of with the draft. So that may make it much better. But we're going to revisit a couple of them, and the rest we're going to run down to the list of ones until we run out of beers to do. So I think we'll just do that for the Guinness Guys. But we do have an idea of a show that's going to replace the Guinness Guys. It will be me and Eamon doing the show, and it'll be kind of similar to the Guinness Guys, but it won't necessarily be about black and tans. A couple of other things that we want to do on the Guinness Guys is we want to do a snakebite cocktail, which is lager and cider, and other things like that. There are a couple of other beer cocktails that we'd like to do apart from Guinness, so we'll just probably round out the season with those. Welcome back. I just had to take a minute there to go drink some of this because it's a big glass of beer. Now we're going to the other ideas that we have for the show is that Drinkin with Dave will be calling its first season to a close with this episode. I've done 20 episodes now of Drinkin with Dave, and very grateful to all the people who have viewed and who have commented, who have liked and who have subscribed. Very happy to have you all along for the ride. I'm very happy to have done 20 episodes, and I think I'm about 50 episodes on the channel as well, so happy for those milestones, which is another reason to drink a giant beer. So thank you everybody who's been watching. It's been a lot of fun doing this, and it's been a lot of fun having all you guys along for the ride. So this one's for you. Now, just because this season of Drinkin with Dave is over does not mean that Drinkin with Dave is over. I will be back in the new year. It'll probably be either the first or second week of January I'll be back, and I will be back with all of those beers over there. The ones like the Guinness Black Lager and the Smithwick's Pale Ale and all that other kind of stuff. So I'll be back with that in January. The Guinness Guys will also be back in January. So we're going to keep doing the Guinness Guys for as long as we can until we run out of things to do, and then we will start the new season, or the new idea that we have. After that, if we do get new Guinness cocktails, we may just do special episodes of the Guinness Guys. So you'll still be able to find them on the channel, likely. But we'll be starting season 2 of Drinkin with Dave in the new year, when we do the Smithwick's Pale Ale and the Utanos, I think, and all those are the ones that are over there. For the voting for the next episode of Drinkin with Dave, the first episode of season 2, I'm going to put it up between these two. This is a new beer, which is the Smithwick's Pale Ale. Now, this is 4.5%, and there is pretty much no information on the bottle. I personally think that this is a very good beer, but it was started in the wrong season. If they had marketed this to lager drinkers and possibly women at the start of the summer when it was getting warm, this would have done a lot better than having launched it in November or October or whenever it was. So the Smithwick's Pale Ale could definitely have worked with better marketing. But anyway, it's 4.5%, and that's your first option for the next episode. The other one is by Harveststown, or Hagerstown, not sure which is which. But this is the Bitter and Twisted. This is a blonde beer. It says spicy, aromatic and zesty, and this is 4.2%. I picked this up, I think, in Northern Ireland. No, I picked it up in Letterkenny, in Aduns. I'll just read you the back of this here. In the early days, Bitter and Twisted was brewed with a fractious mouse for company. This testy rodent became the brewer's inspiration. Harvey is now our mascot, which is why there's a little mouse and some hops on the label here. Bitter and Twisted has a superb hop profile that combines aromatic Haltauer Hersbrucker hops with spicy Challenger, finishing with a late hopping with Styrian Goldings, which gives a very distinctive citrus sharpness. So I think this may be blonde beer that may lean towards IPA. Like all Harveststown beers, B&T has won awards at home and abroad. We bottle with less carbon dioxide, which is why our beers taste more natural. For splendid refreshment, enjoy cold. This is the Great Taste Gold of '09, whatever that contest was. But this is your second option for the beer. This is the Harveston or Harvey's Town, whichever it is. Craft brewed in Scotland. This is the Bitter and Twisted Blonde. Or we can go with the Irish Smithwick's Pale Ale. So leave your votes down in comments below this video. Or if I post this on Facebook or Google Plus or what have you, just comment on there and I'll count the votes. Anyway, I've had a lot of fun this year with the home brewing and with the beer tasting, and especially with the video making. I've enjoyed the video making, even though the editing is a pain and my laptop has problems rendering things. It has been a lot of fun to participate in the YouTube community, especially with the beer reviews. I appreciate all of your comments and all your subscriptions. So thank you for being with me through the first season of Drinking with Dave, and I hope you all have a Merry Christmas. So I will see you next year and next season on the next episode of Drinkin' with Dave.